blade is an extension of my body, an extension of my very being. My mind and this blade are one. Where the blade ends, my mind begins. This sword was folded 10,000 times. How many times was your weapon folded? You probably don't even fold your socks. You probably just shove all your socks and underwear into a single drawer thinking, oh, I'll never lose these. I don't need to pair them or fold them. They all just go in one drawer. What's the big difference? You idiot. What happens next time you open that drawer, huh? One sock, gone. Then another. Then 3. Then you don't have any socks to fold. You have no socks to fold. You have no underwear to fold. You don't even have a blade to fold. I learned this style from the ancient Ascendant Masters. I'm learning from masters you've never heard of in temples you can't go to. They won't let you in the temple. They won't let you in the fucking parking lot, buddy. If you show up to my dojo, me and my Ascendant Master buddies are gonna jump your ass back to the Jomon period. We're gonna jump your ass back to the Stone Age, buddy. You know Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? They base that off of my life. I get residuals every time they play that movie on TNT. Every time your dad kind of stands around awkwardly, like he's watching something on TV, but he's just standing, he's not sitting down, and it's Independence Day or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on TNT, I get a check in the mail every time your dad does that. Every time you put on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on Tubi, and you watch about half of it before you fall asleep in bed, I get mailbox money, baby. I get mailbox money. You work at Kinko's. You might as well work at Kinko's with how much you want to copy this Wu-Dan Shadow Gang Cirque du Soleil style dual-wielding kung fu that I learned. I learned it from my buddy Luke. He's got a bunch of blacklight posters in his basement. That's cool as hell. Baby, they don't even make swords like this anymore. Go to your local blacksmith. Go visit your local blacksmith. Go ask him, can I get one of these? Show him this video. Say, I want one of these. Give me a blade like this. You know what he's gonna do? He'll kill you. He'll say we can't do that anymore. He'll tell you ever since NAFTA, no one in the northern hemisphere can produce a 1,000-fold katana like this bad boy anymore. This is the blade that won the West. This is what the cowboys used to take all that land and put all their fucking cows on it. This is the sword you saw hanging up in your friend's older brother's room that he wouldn't let you touch after your friend's other friend cut their hand really bad on it and had to go to the emergency room. And you'd ask him and say, hey, I'm more responsible. And he'd say, no, you can't see it, you can't look at it. You can't use this Moonveil. You're not allowed to use this Moonveil. And then one day you went in when he wasn't there, and you took it down from the wall, and you unsheathed the blade in all its radiance. And then you also cut your hand really bad and had to go to the emergency room too. This is that sword. This is the Moonveil. Welcome to the channel. It's infomercial. It's invasions. It's infomercial invasions. And I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been doing other things. I've been playing other video. I say that like I'm busy, like I'm doing important things. I've literally just been playing other video games. Like I haven't been doing anything all that much more important than Elden Ring Invasions. But I decided to get back to it. You know, you guys deserve the best. You guys deserve a video every now and then, I guess. That's just getting back to the basics, you know? It's just one man and 1,000-fold katana and against a couple of people and their buddies, and that's what these videos are. This is a kind of a weird intelligence build. I've used this in a few videos recently. Level 85-ish. It's an intelligence build, but it has 40 dexterity, 35 dexterity, and then one of the talismans to make it 40 dexterity, so that I can have max casting speed. Because it's sort of hard to like really do anything at all in Invasions with spells if you don't have max casting speed. That was a mistake, by the way. I wasn't trying to hit him, but I soft swapped over to my second. I've got an Uchi Katana, a cold infused Uchi Katana, and I was just trying to do the little, you know, the little motion that they were doing, the motion that you do when you're unarmed, because it's funny. Like I wasn't originally going to fight these guys. But, you know, Elden Ring, it's the same as in real life. If you walk up to someone and you hit them with a sword, they're going to start fighting you. And can I blame them? No, I can't. I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I would do the same thing if somebody did that to me. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so this is a like max casting speed wizard who studied the blade. While you were partying, I studied the blade. When you were going to the gym for vanity, I was studying the blade. And now that the barbarians are at the gate and the world is on fire, you come to me for help. I studied it. That's what he did. He studied the blade. He's a little basement-dwelling nerd who loves katanas and swords and spells and magic. And that's what we're doing here. Good job on them summoning a blue who's just standing there and doing nothing. That's what we like to see. That's my favorite kind of blue, is the kind that doesn't play the game and just gives me my Estus back, you know? Ideal. Very ideal situation that we have going on here. This is, you'll see in a moment though, it's humorous. A little humorous situation that we have here. Because you can get hit by some enemies when you are invading. The enemies will not aggro onto you, they won't target you, they won't attack you, but if they are big enough and they're swinging their sword around like that, you're gonna get hit, especially if you are in a tiny room trying to chase someone around like this guy. It's just gonna keep happening. And I'd actually never had this happen to me before. Like, I'd had, enemies and whatever, hit me accidentally in the middle of invasions, but nothing like this. Like, he's hurting me more than he's hurting the host. He's just swinging that thing. Wild abandon. No reckless disregard for human life. If we were, if we were bringing him into a court of law, we'd probably charge him with, negligent homicide. Is that what it is? When you're like, Your Honor, I didn't mean it. Psych, Your Honor. It was a joke. It was just a joke, Your Honor. That's what they're gonna slap you with. That's what they're gonna slap this guy with. A little bit of the old NH. But yeah, this is, I was talking about this kind of on stream in the video. This is an interesting time for Elden Ring, and this is something that I mentioned, a few times in a few videos. These games have, they have lifespans that are natural. People are probably always in some way going to be playing Elden Ring co-op, and so you will always in some way be able to do invasions, but we are now sort of we're in the doldrums. You ever read the Phantom Toll Booth? When they're driving around the doldrums and they're all just falling asleep and they're sleepy because it's boring, and they're gonna die because there's nothing to do. That's kind of what we're in now. We're in the Elden Ring doldrums, and this is really what separates the boys from the men. The people who are really gonna do it for the love of the game. The people who are really gonna be like, I will invade no matter what. The people who do it for a lifestyle. This isn't just a game. This is not a game. This is my life, baby. I don't know if that's me. Elden Ring Invasions are a little rough right now, The DLC is done. Everybody has basically finished it. Not very many people are still playing through it in co-op, and the people who are co-oping are mainly like, gank squads or people who specifically are kind of on like their second or third playthrough, and they're like, I want to do co-op or have the Taunter's Tongue active or something like that, but I want to like kill invaders as quickly as possible. So they're using all the builds that we love to see / that we hate to see in Elden Ring. And to be quite honest, TBQH, I don't know how interested I am in invading in these conditions, with these workplace conditions, with this hostile work environment. Like, it's still fun, but I don't know. It's I feel like I've kind of said what I want to say about Elden Ring. I've said what I want to say about invasions, barring like goofy scripts that I write at the beginning of these videos. Like, how much can you really say about these invasions, And we will get another Souls game Sorry, I was just leaning way into the microphone there. Hey, this is infomercial. Jesus, man, calm down. We will get another Souls game. We will. That will have invasions, and the cycle will start again, right? Lots of new things that people are discovering. It's, the Elden Ring was a generational hit. One of the best games of all time. I'm sure From Software will repeat that at some point in the future too, with something else that they're making. They're completely capable of doing that. But yeah, it's, I kind of made my bones with Elden Ring Invasions, right? I made 100 videos of me doing invasions, which is, honestly, it sounds so insane when I say it out loud, and I guess this is a roundabout way of saying thank you to everyone who has ever watched or commented or liked the videos, because wow, it's just kind of an insane man rambling over footage of a video game, and people have watched it consistently, which is crazy to me. And so now I don't know, would you watch me ramble about other things? That is, we're gonna run some tests. You are listening right now, you listening, specifically just you, not any of the other viewers, but just you with your headphones on, listening right now, on the bus in Nashville. Greg, I know you're there. Just for you, Greg. We're running some tests. You're gonna be my lab rat. I'm gonna yap and talk and ramble about some other things, some different things, some other video games, different types of things, and we're gonna see if people will still watch, and maybe they will and maybe they won't. But a promise that I made to myself, like when I first started making these videos, is I was doing this for fun. I was doing this because I liked Invasions and I liked making videos and I liked doing commentary. And so if it ever stops being fun, I wasn't going to make myself do it anymore. And I don't know if we're at that point yet, but you might see me talking about some other things, You might see me writing some actual scripts for a longer-ish video that's not necessarily just about From Software games or lore or PvP or something like that, but maybe some, an actual essay about the history of a studio, right? I have a couple of studios that I would like to do a little retrospective on, about, reviews of things. I like to do reviews. I like to write stuff. So that, is kind of a long way to say there might be new things coming. You, of course, are not obligated to watch, Greg, with your headphones on in Nashville on the bus. You missed your stop, Greg. You missed your stop. You're going to be late to work. You are not obligated to watch. I'm going to keep making stuff that is fun for me to make, and hopefully that comes across as, entertainment value. Just a thing that you can watch, that you can have on in the background, stuff that you think is interesting too. Because I think if I'm not having fun, that's going to come across in the way that the videos are made. They're going to be low energy. It's going to be low energy, low vibrations, bad vibes all around. You'll be able to tell, So I want to avoid that as much as possible. Variety is the spice of life, right? The rushing river never becomes stagnant, but the gross, dirty pond out behind my house has all sorts of bugs and frogs in it. That's an ancient proverb for you. And we want to avoid the old, dirty, stagnant pond. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it fresh. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it schmoving. And do maybe some things that are unexpected. And I don't want to say exactly specifically yet what those things might be, but still going to try and, make regular stuff, like regular things consistently is what I mean when I say regular. So it's not going to be like crazy long gaps between videos. This isn't, this isn't one of those channels where it's like 2 times a year you're going to get a video. It'll be more consistent than that, and hopefully more consistent with streaming too, right? So look out for that, and that's it. Thanks.